evening, everyone. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather, so I'm late. But thank you very much, first of all, for participating in the contest for Jab Tak Hai Jaan. And it's a big honor, and I'm extremely happy that I can meet you all personally. And if there are any questions, you want to interact, talk, want to know about the film or otherwise, you're most welcome to do so. So I think some of your questions are already here, but feel free to ask me anything that you wish, and then we'll do the photographs. Only the children are allowed to be rowdy, and they can do whatever they want. Anyone above the age of 50 here will not misbehave. But God bless you all, and thank you very much, and I wish you all the best in life and all the goodness. And once again, on behalf of Yash, Katrina, Anushka, I think they're traveling and shooting a film, so they're not available, but I'm sure they would have been extremely happy if they were here to see you all, as we all think it's extremely important when you participate in contests like this. It helps the film, and also apart from helping the film, it gives us an opportunity to meet you who have made us the stars that we are. So thank you very much for making us the stars that we are, and thank you very much for traveling all the way, and hopefully we'll make sure that you get back to your flights and get back home on time. Thank you.
I'm going to quickly go on to your question and answers. So we have a few fans here who asked a few questions for you. So one of them wants to know, Dinesh wants to know the most memorable moment that you had at the shoot of Jab Tak Hai Jaan.
And would you like me to answer in English or Hindi? Is there a preference? English is okay, all right. So I think Ladakh would be the most fun part of Jab Tak Hai Jaan, because many years ago, I think more than 10 years ago, I shot a film called Dil Se in Ladakh. And it was very it's very difficult to shoot in Ladakh. It's because of lack of oxygen and the travel that you have to do and the early mornings. And so the most memorable part is actually the portion in the film when Anushka comes out of the water, and all the the first few meetings with Anushka, because that was on, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, it's Pyongyang Lake, right? Pyongyang Lake, which is like really very high up on the mountains, and we had to stay in tents for about 2 nights. And I mean, I'm sorry, but the toilets and bathrooms were like how you have in tents. And I think we even cheated, all of us, though we never said that. I would not sleep because it was very cold. We used to sleep with all our clothes on and shoes on. And in the mornings, I think most of us lied that we bathed. I don't think any one of us bathed, because it was very, very cold. I'll tell you honestly, it was extremely cold. There were no telephones. There was no electricity. The electricity used to be switched off by about 10 p.m. And but it was great fun, because after the first night of misery, we decided that we're not going to sleep, just wake up by 5, 6 and go for shooting, because it was very difficult to sleep. And every time you change clothes, I felt that from outside the tent people can see you. So it was very embarrassing. And so I think those 2, 3 nights were the most exciting, most different. And I think in the film also, you know, most of the motorcycle ride, and I got actually fully burned, which has taken me 3, 4 months to even get the black out of my nose and face. It's still here because the air is rarefied there. So you get really sunburned there, which you don't realize till you come back, because I had a beard. But that was the most exciting part and most fun part, because the whole unit was staying in an area which was, I think, only as big as this, and tents all around. So we used to keep Yash awake, who used to complain a lot. We used to play music, and Aditya, Chopra, you know, they are very early sleepers and hard-working people, and we used to disturb them. But that was, I think, the most memorable part.
Thanks. And
yeah, and very cold. I didn't want to go next to it. Poor Anushka had to get wet, but I stayed away from it. I also remember it was, you know, Eid was there. Normally I spend it with my children, but it was so far off that I couldn't call them there. So, you know, we did little prayers also and everything, but it was too cold. And, you know, the wind was very hard. So the sand, it's like a beach. So the sand used to, so I never went near the water. I remember you know, Anushka's got some shots walking out of the water. I didn't even go next to that. I said, I'm not even, I mean, to be honest, I didn't drink water there. It was so cold.
Next we have Nikita asking, what is the one thing that comes to your mind when you think back to Jab Tak Hai Jaan?
Nikita. Nikita. Where are you, Nikita? Yeah. it's one that I had worked very little with the girls that I worked with. I think it was great company to work with Katrina and Anushka. Because Anushka has done her first film with me some years back, and then Katrina was doing her first film. It just was, and we all have families and friends there. So it was really nice to be together. We used to play games. So the first thing I remember is that we used to, I play a lot of board games with my children, Trivial Pursuit and stuff like that, but I don't play Scrabble and I'm not very good at it. But I think we had these world championships of Scrabble when I think of Jab Tak Hai Jaan, which carried on in Ladakh, in Kashmir, in London. So initially I was not so good, but I remember beating everyone up in London, and I became a world champion in London. But by the time we reached Kashmir, I'd lost my touch and interest. So by then, Aditya used to win, and Katrina were winning. But that's the one memory I have, that we used to have these long sessions of Scrabble, even on sets. While we were waiting for the bombs to be put up and locations to be set up, we used to just quickly run down and sit down and have these ongoing Scrabble championship. And a lot of people, the lady who edited the film, Namrata, she was part of it. There were 2 chief ADs, so it was like a full team, and we hated each other. Competing and wanted to win this. So Scrabble would be the most memorable thing part of Jab Tak Hai Jaan for me, personally. I mean, otherwise the film shooting was fantastic.
We have another Nikita here, and she's asking you, how is it working with the gorgeous leading ladies, Katrina and Anushka?
Which other Nikita? Okay. They're wonderful. They're fantastic, actually. I've been saying this for years now, because lately I've been working with all the younger girls. Some of them have started with me, like Deepika, Anushka. They have a different way of dealing with scenes, and they have a lot of love and respect for me. Because by virtue, some of them have started with me, and otherwise also, I think they're very, very courteous, gentle girls. And they don't have. When I started working in films with Madhuri and Shri Devi and Jui, so they were working in films before I came in. So there's an immense amount of respect for the body of work they've done, and so they're my friends. But you always felt Madhuri is working with you, and it was little. So the tables have turned. So now I feel like Madhuri and Jui when it comes to Katrina and Anushka. So they have a lot of love and respect. And personally, what I really like working with this set of actresses, Deepika, Priyanka, Katrina, Anushka, I think they have a different way of doing scenes, which is really interesting. It is, it's something that makes me feel that I can learn a new way of enacting a scene. If you've been working for 20 years like I have, you get set in patterns. But here we're doing a love story. I think most of the differences that happen, and they're very honest. I think that's the best part, that they'll tell you, Shah Rukh, you didn't do the scene very well. So if you don't take it personally, you feel it's for the improvement. It's a great team to work with, and they rehearse a lot. I like that. And apart from that, they're very easygoing. They're the sweetest and extremely beautiful, and have a great sense of humor, both of them. So we had some great evenings together. We spent a lot of dinners together. They like to eat a lot, both of them. I don't like that, but I had to go down for dinners with them. But nevertheless, I really enjoyed working with them because of these 2-3 things.
So we're going to take one last question from Vishal, where he asks you, what is the one thing and person you'll always love Jab Tak Hai Jaan?
Where are you, Vishal? I don't know, yeah, now I'm a father, and all the parents will say the same thing to you, that I think all kind of love that you have for your family, your parents, your wife, your friends, I think it gets all transferred onto your children. And a lot of children sometimes, when they're growing up, all of us have issues with our parents. We fight with them, we discuss things with them, we talk for profession, personal life, our love stories. But I think what I've realized is that it's an old saying that the decision to have a child is allowing a part of your heart to walk outside your body. So I think you love them till the moment you die, I think. So at this, my son is 15, my daughter's 12 and a half. And I can't think of anything which I love more than my children. And I'm sure all the parents will agree. And as they grow, this feeling keeps on becoming even more passionate. That, I'm going to love them till the day I live, or I will do for them whatever I can in terms of love and education and goodness as much as I live. So I think my son and daughter are the two people I would love till the end of time, beyond everyone else.
Okay.
From Abhimanyu, Samar, so from Abhimanyu, Fauji, Samar, now, how is the transition for you as a person? So what you've gained, what you've lost, gained as a person, not as the money or the experience?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very grateful to God first for having got so much goodwill, so much goodness, so much success. And obviously, I don't believe all of it is because of me. I think there are a lot of people who have helped me. And I'll always be grateful to them also, in work-wise, personally. But I think along the way, somehow being a film actor also brings with it, people start looking up to you as someone little larger than life, bigger than what you are. And there are days and times when you feel that you could be. When I say this, I don't mean going out to a restaurant or going to a beach and eating food. I don't mean those normal things. The thing is, I think the ability for people who are not celebrities, the ability to be able to fail a little, or be wrong a little, or go wrong a little, is something which is should be guarded with passion and love. So I think as an actor, as someone who's grown up in years, and people expect me, and my children also, they expect that from them, that there would be a certain kind of role modelness that you have to always keep up to. I think I've lost that. I would, I don't miss it. I don't wish I had it. But yeah, sometimes I feel that I would like to have that ability to be not perfectly right all the time as I've grown. Yeah.
What you have gained?
I mean,
Fame, experience, money, all that.
I think the gain in life has been that at the end of it all, if you are able to do, I can only speak in terms of how personally I feel. If you are able to do the right thing in most of the contexts, if you do the right decisions in right places and try to play your life right, I think right will happen to you. I had a line in Dil Wale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, I think, which Adi had written that, अच्छे लोगों के साथ अच्छा होता है. I think my faith in goodness, besides the fact that there are troubles and there are controversies, there are issues, there are rumors, and there are sometimes time problems that I can't spend enough time with people I want to. Keeping all that in mind, I think at the end of it all, if you lead your life well, good things happen to you.
Thanks a lot, everybody.